Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is NNPC. Firstly, I cringe, at the level of ignorance of certain elements in our mainstream media organizations. Firstly, we need to clarify one thing. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, as currently structured, despite the fact that they are attached limited to it, is not privatized. It does not in any form or manner operate like a private enterprise. It's 100% wholly owned by the federal government of Nigeria. It operates in the same corrupt manner and fashion like any other ministry, department, agencies, and parastatals under public sector. In fact, it's even worse. It is more corrupt than even most agencies in Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria is even more efficiently and transparently run, than the NNPC. At least there are some level of sanity in that place. The NNPC today is one of the most corrupt agencies on planet Earth. And the truth is, just like President Olusegun Obasanjo submitted, let us stop wasting our time. The NNPC, as currently structured, will only continue to create misery, poverty, inefficiencies, corruption, looting in Nigeria. In fact, it will continue to create avenues for the destruction of Nigeria's economy. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, the current emir of Kano and the former Central Bank governor, had consistently stated this, that the level of opacity there is outrageous. Now, we can't continue lamenting. See, let me tell you, anybody telling you, forget the PIA, even the PIA did not even help matters. For the NNPC to work, for Nigeria to enjoy maximum benefit of our oil and gas assets and resources, we must totally execute massive institutional reforms, massive leadership changes at the NNPC, at the NDPRA, at the Petroleum Ministry for this country to work. And it's a very simple thing. The only thing lacking here is the political will among those within the corridors of power. NNPC must work. Aramco is working. Last year, Aramco declared $124 billion profit. Half year, they've almost done more than half of that. Petrobras, the Brazilian National Oil Corporation, last year did revenue of $121 billion. Profit of $36 $36.7 billion. Asset size $174 billion. Brazil only has 15.5 billion barrels of crude oil reserve. Brazil does 2.3 million barrels a day. Brazil has 19 refineries with combined refining capacity of 2.4 million barrels a day. Brazil has refineries that actually refine more than the crude oil that they produce. They understood the place of processing. What did the Brazilian government do? The Brazilians are not more honest or upright or ethical than Nigerians. But the government understood that, just like Obasanjo has said. If there's anybody who knows the truth, it's Olusegun Obasanjo. He's one man who is not afraid to look in the eye and tell you the truth. Forget all others. Obasanjo will tell you. And Obasanjo have said, NNPC will not work under the current environment. He saw it and he privatized it in 2007 to the Blue Star Consortium led by Aliko, Otodla and others. Yar'Adua reversed it and we've never recovered from that reversal. Basically, Petrobras, the Brazilian government divested 72% of their shareholding from Petrobras and handed over to core investors, both domestic and foreign, and listed on the floor of the exchange. The only public corporation that is working in Nigeria efficiently is the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas, and it's working because it is 51% owned by private sector consortium and 49% owned by the NNPC. So the process of operation, there is corporate governance culture there, employment and recruitment of the board and management and those that work there is transparently done, and their accounts are audited, not in a comfort. You will never see LNG doing all the kind of nonsense you see at NNPC. Petrobras is efficiently run. For us to make our oil and gas, we need to amend the PIB. Nigeria must divest. It's a must, a matter of must. Let nobody deceive you. National Assembly, the presidency, whatever you like, do. If you don't do this thing, you're wasting your time. Nigeria must divest. Nigeria must quickly appoint Goldman Sachs, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Stanbic IBTC Capital Markets, Chapel Hill Durham Group, future view, carry assets, and the local capital market operators to start the process of valuing, creating independent valuation of NNPC and getting the federal government to do a hybrid, divest 70% of federal government holding in NNPC. It's currently estimated that it's valued at 60 billion. 70% valuation, divest 70%. 30% will go to core investors with technical financial capacities. We can sell to the likes of the Aradel, the Seplat, even Orlando can participate. The Conde Group, Nestor, they can all participate. 30%, Sahara Energy, them 30% to core investors with the technical and financial capacity, and then the 40% to Nigerians, both at home and diaspora. And the new outfit will be listed on the floor of exchange. So we will do an IPO of $20 billion. These two hybrid will release $60 billion into the Federation account. It will help us to stabilize Nigeria, ensure foreign exchange stability, ensure price stability in the short to medium term. When we do this, the new structured NNPC will be efficiently run. All this nonsense you are seeing, they will import 38 million liters of PMS. They will claim they imported 61 million liters. There's nowhere in the whole world, there's no country anywhere in the whole world where PMS consumption moved by 181% over the last 20 years, except in Nigeria. When Obasanjo was president, Obasanjo was also prime minister. Obasanjo ensured that there was no leakages. That was why, despite the fact that the economy grew from at an average of 6.5% per annum, despite the fact that we had a middle class population of over 4 million Nigerians that could buy brand new cars, despite the fact that we had a GDP per capita of over $3,000, Nigerians could actually have higher purchasing power. The PMS consumption in Nigeria under Obasanjo moved from 222 million liters to about 26 million liters between 1999 to 2007 a day. Obasanjo ensured that you can't try to Obasanjo, he will clear you. Obasanjo was in charge. He was totally in control. On the crude oil side, he ramped up output from 1.8 million barrels to 2.3 million barrels, and he left a reserve of $47 billion, despite the fact that he pays subsidies 100%. Obasanjo was in charge. It's the kind of nonsense that we saw under Jonathan and Desiane, and the madness under Buhari, and the current madness wouldn't have happened under Obasanjo. Just look at January, February, 59 days. NNPC told us gleefully. And the way, the brazenness, the audacity of the corruption is what even gets me angry. That they spent $2.16 billion importing 2.7 million tons of PMS, which is 3.6 billion liters, which is an average of 61 million liters a day. Nigeria does not consume anything more than 38 million liters of PMS every day. I challenge anybody to any debate anywhere, and I'll prove it. There are records out there. The U.S. Energy Administration Agency, in fact, most of those that export PMS into Nigeria, they are listed in most of the European nations. Check their own records. They have their records of how much they shipped into Nigeria. You know, this nonsense of they will bring PMS and they will bring water and they will declare it as all PMS. They will do a amount of rubbish. It happened under the Zani and it's still happening. All of a sudden, even DPR has, when this record was seen there, when it was ODPR before the current NNDPR that is convoluted in corruption, they told us that we consume average of 38.2 million liters a day. Today, nobody's asking question. If the NNPC was privatized like was restructured like Nigerian provide natural gas, nobody will come and tell us. And let me tell you, that is one of the reasons why they are pussyfooting. They are angry with the Dangote coming, because the Dangote coming, Dangote will not come and tell us that he sold 60 million into Nigeria when the DPR, the DAPMAN, the MOMA members and the IPMAN members know the volume they purchase. Of course, the transaction will go to Nigerian banks. So we can easily track it. CBN can easily track it. But they will not allow it. These guys think they are fooling us. See, I expect the National Assembly to do the right thing. They need to do that. See, you know, I have this feeling of nostalgia. The National Assembly of 2010, 2011 had the boldness. The Ike Mokwede committee probed, and they discovered that even when they told us that we are importing 52 million liters a day, it was 39 million liters. And today, in fact, in 2021, the madness was so high that NNPC was telling us under this Melekari that they were importing 72 million liters of PMS a day. If we even went to a level of 93 million liters a day, And nobody probed them. And the same people are still there. And we expect this country to work. Let's keep deceiving ourselves. The only thing that will make this country to work, President Tinubu must monitor the political code and suspend and sack the whole leadership at NNPC and NNPC and appoint deeply knowledgeable, honest and capable Nigerians. If we cannot find those people in Nigeria, we can employ expatriates. Let them undertake the process of restructuring that place. Obasanjo is right. Nothing will work until we do the right thing. May God have mercy on us. May God continue. You see, I feel so sorry when I see, I just saw one of the media men saying, oh, NNPC has not been privatized though. All those limited things just to deceive Nigerians. It's as worse as any other agency in Nigeria. God have mercy on us. May God have mercy on us.